Hello, everyone. This is the Mind of Lilith, and welcome to another Open Mind Intuitive Tarot message. This message will be another pick a card reading for the collective, and I'm going to allow Spirit to determine the subject matter of the reading. Okay, so here we have deck number 1 with the black tourmaline or black obsidian. And then we have deck number 2 with the Unakite. So take a moment to determine which deck you want to choose from, and then we will proceed with the reading. Okay, let's start with the black tourmaline first. All right. Spirit guides, thank you for your support. For this particular group, what message do we have for them at this time? What important news, information, insights can you provide them at this particular time? Important messages for this group. Why did they choose this deck? Okay, thank you very much. Family. Knight of Swords, the Messenger, Gemini energy. We are in Gemini season. Have you been listening to your intuition? Have you been avoiding the truth about something? Someone has been ignoring a quiet voice. The quiet voice has been given advice on what to do in a situation, and they're ignoring it because they don't trust themselves, or they don't want to do what the voice is telling them to do because it requires some sort of sacrifice. But you're receiving messages from Spirit in some way, shape, or form. The messages could be dreams, music, symbols, conversations, colors, but you're ignoring it. You may think you're not prepared to take this action. You don't want this to be true, or you don't want to have to do this. You don't want to have to do this. They're facing opposite directions. This is Pisces, this is Gemini, this is a square. Pisces represents your intuition. You're not listening to it. They're not like this. They're more so like this. So your heart does not want to do what your mind is telling you to do in a situation, either dealing with family or loved ones or something that you're emotionally connected to or attached to. There's a fear of detaching from something that's familiar to you, even though it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for you. And this requires some sort of sacrifice of a lifestyle, a habit, a routine, stability. That's why you don't want to make this decision. You're trying to rationalize it or think it away or try to work around it. And that's not the point here. You have to listen to what your intuition is telling you, because this voice is only here because you're not happy. You're not happy with whatever this is. And you haven't been happy for a while. But you're afraid of doing what it takes to make some sort of change. You're afraid of the effort or commitment it would take to pivot in a new direction. You may even be afraid of the outcome. Like, what if you're successful at whatever this is? The old life, the old way, the old system, the old cycle is over. So you're going to have to walk away from what's familiar to you. Family, familiar, foundations. You can't grow in this situation anymore. So you have to walk away. Now, you can stay here if you want to, but the voice is going to persist. And the discomfort is going to persist as well. So the universe won't necessarily kick you out or force you to make a choice, but you'll just get more and more uncomfortable with the way things are. And you may encounter a situation or person that will force you to make a decision because you want whatever that person represents or that person is connected to. So you can stay small. This is somebody staying small. You can avoid making this decision if you want to, and the universe won't stop you. You can stay in this place as long as you want to, but it's going to get more and more uncomfortable, and you're going to miss opportunities if you don't make this decision. Your heart is telling you something you don't want to acknowledge or act upon. At the very least, start making plans to execute whatever this is. You know it's time to go. It's time. You've outgrown this. The shoes are too tight. The house is too small. The world is too small. A big fish in a small pond. Someone's a big fish in a small pond. They're the star of their local community, but they're afraid of the big leagues, I guess, of moving to a bigger city with more competition. They're comfortable where they are. There is no challenge here, but you can't grow because of that. And that's what you've been intuiting for a while. Queen of Pentacles. This is your security, your value. Earth energy, practical stability. Capricorn energy. This is the 10th house of career, social status, success, accomplishments, acclaim, legacy, your reputation in society. This is where you want to be, and this is where you are. You want to be a queen, but you're only a knight. Because there's some emotional immaturity here, or some fear about making a sacrifice. There's a fear of growing up, of leaving the family behind or leaving what's familiar behind to get to this point. In some cases, you could be the Queen of Pentacles already, and because you have stability and you have a foundation, you don't want to rock the boat too much and destabilize your life, even though you're not happy here. Someone's not happy in their current situation, either because they've outgrown it or because they're afraid of change. Or both. They don't want to make the sacrifice to do whatever this is to become happy and fulfilled and at peace. Someone stunting their own growth. The universe will let you stay here as long as you want, but you're going to be the one suffering for it, not the universe. So they've been very patient with you. They, or whatever the spirit voice is, has been patient with you. Here we go. Elevation. All these messengers, these are people, voices, all these messengers. You're getting some sort of intuitive hits about your finances, your emotional needs, and the way you're thinking about them. How do you get to this point? There's a misalignment between your thoughts, your feelings, and the actions you're taking to execute, or your plans, or your habits, or your lifestyle. There's some sort of misalignment here. It's like someone who's constantly planning, focusing on logistics. How am I going to do this? As opposed to just getting up and go. The fire sign is missing here. The wands are missing. There's no action. It's just planning and thinking and planning and thinking and ruminating and contemplating and reflecting and assessing and evaluating. There's no action being taken to execute whatever this is. And you know what you have to do. I don't know what your situation is specifically, but you know you got to take action to elevate in some way. She has little antlers. The antlers here are bigger. This represents an elevation of status, maturity, consciousness. What is this? This looks like, I don't want to say a butterfly, a mosquito, but yeah. All these voices. Do I know enough? Do I want to do this? What about my family? Do I have enough money to do this? This could be people around you also giving you conflicting messages, but you're not listening. But you can't listen. There's a lack of integration. And the messages may be conflicting because you're in conflict with what you want to do or what you need to do. You're in denial here. The Emperor, facing the Emperor. The King of Pentacles. Oh, what? All these are court cards. That means you're not taking any action whatsoever. You're just planning things out. And where's the fire sign? I mean, this is kind of like Aries, I guess, fire, but wow. I've never seen this before. All court cards. These are people in your ear, father figures, siblings, relatives, spouses, friends. It's like you want permission to do this, to move on, to take action, to take charge of your own life. You're asking for advice and ignoring your own intuition. You don't trust yourself. I'm seeing this as you. Very interesting. It's a family affair. That's what I'm hearing right now. It's a family affair. So you are contemplating on how the decision you're going to make is going to affect your family, your children, your parents, your spouse, your siblings, or whatever, as opposed to doing this for yourself. You're not living for you. You're kind of you're blocked in by these obligations or these considerations to other people. Somebody could be a Libra, 7th house placements in their chart, concerned with other people's opinions about what they're going to do, trying to please everybody here, ignoring your own intuition about what you need to do for your own life, asking for permission. Should I do this? And you know what you have to do, but you're afraid of hurting these people, or abandoning them, or destabilizing them, or making them feel triggered. You're afraid of how your actions are going to affect other people. You're not being selfish enough. But you're miserable here. You don't want to be here anymore. Go out for the messenger of air with the messenger of water, please. You're miserable. It's a family affair. To focus on what your relatives are thinking, other people. It's like you can't file for divorce because it's against family culture, tradition. You can't move to a new city because your husband wants to stay where he is. move because of your children, like get a divorce because of kids. Like you are hemmed up by other people's expectations and your obligations toward them, or your perceived obligations toward them. These are practical considerations: paying the bills, taking care of the household, helping your siblings, helping your children with school, estates, houses. Like they're you're not just stuck because you're lazy. No, you really have to think about how you want to do this in a practical sense. How am I going to work? Where am I going to live? I don't have a job secure yet, but I need to move. It's just a lot. Clear for the messenger of air and the messenger of water for the collective, please. Empress, here she is. Emperor and Empress. This is the husband and wife, father and mother. Ten of Swords. Yeah. Somebody could be getting a divorce, or again break up some sort of family dynamic. This is maybe a mother and father, or husband and wife. You have to walk away from this or change the dynamic in some way. But all these court cards, this is a really emotionally and mentally enmeshed family. Somebody's all up in your business. Who's all up in your business like this? Or too many people know your business. They know your moves. So they're doing like a chessboard. There are counter moves here. So whenever you want to do something for yourself, they may create problems for you doing that. Like, so, well, you got to do this. We need you for that. Who's going to take care of this? But you have your own life. You have opportunities that you can't take it. It's multiple things going on here. There are opportunities you're missing, but also it's like there's a fear of abandoning your family, of not having their support. You want them to support you in doing whatever this is, but they won't because it's not in their best interest. You doing this is inconvenient for them. Ten of Swords and the Empress. Whatever this decision is going to inconvenience somebody. They won't have access to your money, to your resources, to your time, to your support, your whatever, your labor. And so they have a vested interest in keeping you locked in. It's like you're surrounded by a lot of people who are in your ear, who want you to stay where they can control you, or where they can use you for their benefit, or you're doing this to yourself. God for the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, please. The Messenger of Earth and the Queen of Earth. All these court cards, everybody's in your business. And that has to stop. Ten of Swords. They're putting too much stuff in your head. Page of Cups. Emotional needs, children. Hangman. Yeah. They're keeping you stuck. Your consideration of how what you're doing is going to affect them is affecting you from taking action. First of all, where are the fire cards? Where are the wands? You can't take action because it's like, okay, I gotta think about other people first. My kids, my husband, my wife, my parents, my grandparents, my siblings, my this. It's like a really closely knit family that's kind of codependent. And the codependency is becoming obstructive and suffocating. You can't move or you can't think. Another court card here. And the Hangman, like you're hemmed up by the obligations placed upon you by your family. They could be guilting you into staying behind to take care of responsibilities that aren't your own. Or if you're maybe a single parent or you're married to somebody, you want to leave the relationship, but you want your children to have a 2-parent household. So there are other people involved in this. And then Saturn is making a square to Jupiter. So if you want to take advantage of opportunities, you're going to have to make a sacrifice. And I'm not sure if you're ready for that yet. You're trying to figure out how to do this in a way that doesn't hurt anybody, with the least amount of pain, the least amount of loss, the least amount of sacrifice, the least amount of anger. You're trying to make everybody happy, and you cannot. It's impossible. Because in order for everybody to be happy, you're not going to be happy. You can't be happy if everybody else is happy. Because they want you to stay put. Whoever they is. It could be a boss. It could be a husband or wife. It could be, siblings. It could be a family situation. You staying stuck will make them happy. And that's not going to make you happy. So you're going to have to make a sacrifice. This is very Libran. Clarify the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, please. Very Libran energy. Two of Swords. Again, Libra. Catch 22. Whatever sacrifice you're going to make is going to hurt somebody's feelings. More pages. Young people, children. Page of Fires. Finally here, Seven of Earth. It's like, damn. You're surrounded by earth and air. Very stuck energy. Some water. But this is like cold, hard, rigid, unrelenting, unforgiving. They're not considerate of what your needs are. This is a karmic lesson for somebody to not put the needs of their family above their own personal needs. Somebody doesn't have any boundaries either. Five of Pentacles. It's like you want your family to help you with this or be a part of this journey with you, but they're not going to support this. It's almost like, for example, somebody who grew up in the gospel church, or they grew up in the Baptist church, or Pentecostal, whatever. They're very religious and they want to become an R&B singer, and their parents won't support that because they think it's the devil's music, and the industry is very demonic, so they won't support the child in doing that. And the child doesn't want to be a gospel singer; they want to do R&B music. So now, what are you going to do? There are whispers in your ear about what you need to do from spirit. Like, okay, you're not happy here. You can't make everybody happy. So you're going to try to make some concessions and compromises to make as many people as happy as possible. But it's hard to do because these people are very unrelenting and you're very flexible. It's like the more you try to accommodate them, the less they want to accommodate you. They don't want to make any compromise at all. It's like all or nothing. They have to have everything their way. They have to live where they want to live, spend as much money as they want to spend, do what they want to do. Like, they want complete control over their life and your life too. You can't do that. You can't do that. It's not going to work for you. And you're realizing that now. You can stay here as long as you want to, but as time progresses, as you get older, you're going to feel suffocated, resentful, bitter, and like you're missing opportunities because of your obligations to family. And they're not considering your own needs, your own life path, your own journey. I'm not going to say they don't care, but that's not their focus. Their focus is on maintaining some semblance of familiarity that's comfortable and convenient for them. Spirit guys, what's going on? I need a keyword for this group, for this collective. Advice, please. Advice for them. What do they need to do to serve their highest good, for their own peace, for their prosperity, for the happiness of everyone involved, and especially themselves? Like, how can they make this work without losing what's most valuable to them? And some of you guys may have to shift your values in some way because this is not working. I'm under new. Wait. I'm in love with the new management. Is that Mickey Howard? New management. New management. Experience is a teacher. Okay. Dirt. Workaholic. Come up for air. Hidden element. Digging. Getting things started. Hidden goals. Reaching goals. Keep going. What's coming next? Come up for air. All this earth here, you feel suffocated. Digging, getting things started, hitting goals, reaching goals, keep going, what's coming next? And that's where you are, but it's like, are you digging yourself into a hole where you're losing your freedom in order to keep your family happy. It's like being stuck. Groundhog Day. Doing the same thing over and over again, and nothing's changing because you're not changing. So you're stuck because they want you stuck. Getting things started. You keep getting things started, but you're not. There's no execution. It's like, okay, you're at the initial stages of planning, but where's the execution or the implementation of these plans? Pink, conservation. Save your pennies. Healthy choices. Intelligence. Don't run away with your spending. Moderation. Save your money so you can move out of this situation. You could be dependent on them financially, your family, and they want you to stay there because you're helping pay bills, or they need you for other stuff. Save your money to move. Save your money to get out. Jam, like being stuck in a jam. Stressed in life. Caution, a new start in life. Change direction. Feeling stuck in a situation. Right. You are stuck because you're trying to make everybody happy, or trying to keep the peace, and you cannot. Because while everybody else is happy, you're not happy. So who's more important, them or you? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Situation will not work out in the future as planned. Look at the positive side of in a jam. A sticky situation, right? And this is definitely sticky because, everybody's in your business. They know all your business. They're controlling your life. Let me see. What's going on here? I'm in love under new management. I'm in love under new management. Ooh. Okay. Spirit guides, what planetary energies does this group need to develop, cultivate, or express to achieve a desirable outcome for themselves primarily? The Sun card. Me. My ego, myself, my purpose, my identity, my needs, my wants. Selfishness, Leo energy. Spirit guides, which domain or which house does the collective need to focus on in order to achieve their highest good? The 4th house. Thank you. And then Saturn flipped over. Bang. Your family is blocking you in some way. The Sun in the 4th house, you identify with your family's needs, your sense of identity or purpose, life purpose or destiny or goals or accomplishment comes from your family. You want them to come with you on this journey. You want them to be cheering with you, in the crowd at your graduations or in the new city. You want them to visit you, in Thailand or in New York where you move. It's like something like that but with Saturn in the 4th, that's not going to happen. You have to sacrifice some sort of familial connection in order to elevate in some way, to be free. There's too many people in your business. You're surrounded by just nosy people or controlling people. A strong father figure, Empress here, and the Empress. Your parents are both involved. It's like a multi-generational situation, or just, I don't know, sisters, siblings, uncles, cousins, aunts. Everybody's in your business, man. And so now you have to make a decision based on what they want you to do. But I don't know, do they need you? It's like they need you for something, and whatever they need you for is preventing you from doing what you got to do for yourself. I'm in love under new management. Ooh. Healing. Your finances are healing quickly. Continue to do what's best and you will soon see great results. You have gained the energy that you need. Save your money and move. If or move away or do whatever you want to do. As long as, you're not doing anything illegal, or you're not going to hurt yourself, or you're not getting married to a bum or an abuser, don't do that. But If you got to move for your career, or you want to move into your own home or something like that, you can't stay in this situation. It's actually obstructing you in some way, and thus obstructing them too. If you're making more money, then the family is going to benefit. They don't see that right now. Your elevation is going to actually help the family in some way. I'm in love with the new management. All right, Group A, or this group. I hope that helps to some extent. Now I'm going to go to the second deck. You fill my empty space. I'm in love with the new management. All right, Spirit guys, I need some help with this group here, this deck. The group who chose this deck, what important messages do they need to hear at this time? Why did they choose this deck? There's too much going on here. Okay. Spirit guys, this message is for next group. Why do they choose this deck today? What important messages do they need to hear that will help them on their journey? What do they need to know at this time to help them on their journeys for the highest good? Spirit guide, divine messengers, thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for your support. Group B, or second group, what do you guys need to know? King of Pentacles, monies, dollars, gorillas, paper, cream, cash, the dough, your career, finances, stability, security. Focusing on your money these days. This could be for an earth sign, Taurus or Capricorn primarily. Jupiter has just left the second house, so if you're a Taurus, Sun, rising, you may have experienced an increase in your finances over the past year, and you're sitting pretty. But something's going to change. Are you planning on these changes? These are changes initiated by you. They're initiated by you because your intuition is telling you that you have to do this. Especially if you're like a third decan Taurus, 20 to 29 degrees. You're initiating changes because you have stability. And now you're using that stability to like pivot and invest in other opportunities, businesses, other streams of revenue, income. So your job is secure, right? You're not going nowhere. You have income that's consistent. You know what your bills are. You know how much you can invest in this other venture. You're making a change, hierophant, commitment. You're sitting really pretty financially. You're like really stable. Own house, stable relationships, stable career. You're really grounded. And because you're grounded, you feel secure enough to make some changes. This kind of reminds me of the Tower in this deck. But you're facilitating the change. You're taking control of your destiny. You are moving. You're making moves. You're not just resting on your laurels. You're now trying to make your money grow in other ways by like investing it or getting new properties for rentals, getting more streams of income. Justice card, balance, relationships. It's your 6th house of work, health, habits, and routines. Balancing your checkbook. This is income and expenses. This is liabilities and assets. You're really focusing on that at this time. You're trying to balance your finances, and you're trying to make sure that you're not spending more than you're bringing in, or that whatever you spend money on, it has to make you money. There has to be a constant flow or exchange of monies here. So you're not just going to spend money on things that don't appreciate in value or don't bring you revenue or don't add value to your life. This is not frivolous spending or conspicuous consumption. This is like carefully planting seeds and investing in your future. This is really nice. 2 of Cups, marriage, relationship. Are you getting married? Why didn't I get the marriage thing here? Because this is marriage. Are you getting married? Do you want to get married? Taurus? Why am I saying Taurus? Earth sign, whoever this person is. You're thinking about, you could be merging finances with somebody who also has a lot to offer. You're evenly yoked here, or equally yoked, or you're trying to manifest this person. The 2 of Cups is here. It's not the 10 of Cups. Perhaps that now that you have your finances in order, you have time to invest in a relationship. So you're not just investing in like your assets and your other resources. You're investing in a person. You're trying to grow a relationship too. Interesting. This person could be a potential spouse. You could have met them already, or you're going to meet them soon. Ace of Cups. Whoa. 2 to the 1. That's 3 cups. Okay. And the 6 of Swords. I'm in love with the new management. What does this mean? What does this mean? The Ace of Cups and the 6 of Swords. Ace of Cups is like self-love, self-care, self-nurturing, a renewed relationship with self-identification. I get it. Okay. So here's what happened. Is this an amicable divorce? Did somebody get the bag when they got divorced? Or is somebody getting the bag from a divorce settlement? That is a possibility too. These are general readings, so there are multiple scenarios here, but this is all good. So first scenario, somebody has a lot of monies, or they have a stable source of income, and they have disposable income, and they're investing their disposable income in business ventures that are going to be prosperous in the future. Okay, they're growing their assets, and they're weighing their assets against their liabilities, or they're ensuring that they're spending their money in ways that are sustainable. They're saving money, spending money, investing money, and maybe even giving your money away, right? Second scenario is a potential relationship coming after someone has secured the bag in their career. Somebody you could end up getting married to, potentially. This is a mixed message. It's a mixed bag here. It's a mixed bag. I can't help but to look at this person's expression. She looks smug. And the 2 of Cups and the Aces here. But in the 6 of Swords, there's something going on with a relationship that's kind of... Okay. That's why I didn't get the love thing in the beginning. Somebody entered into a relationship of convenience and money, and they got the payout, or they're planning for a payout. They got the bag, and they're okay. So this is... And like, why didn't I see marriage here first? Because this was not a marriage based on love. This was a relationship that's based on like, okay, I'm going to get married, and after 5 years or 10 years, I'll get alimony and child support, and then I'll be happy and single. It's never the 10 of Cups. It went from the 2 to the 1. So this is a marriage, but there was never really any plans to see this through. There was something here that was a bit manipulative, I'll say. Somebody was a bit manipulative in a relationship. That's another scenario. Yeah, somebody could have been, I don't want to say gold digger, but I'm kind of getting that vibe here. Someone has a plan to be a gold digger, or someone has successfully dug some gold and now they're by themselves, single, waiting for the next relationship, or they got what they wanted. 2 Venus, all these Venus cards here. Venus representing relationships. Could be doing a Libra. Clarify that King of Pentacles and the Hierophant, please. I need some, what the hell? It's mixed messages here. It's kind of a weird, confusing energy. I think the confusion was a part of the experience. Somebody was manipulative. They pulled a 3-card Monty, or they played some sort of bait and switch game to get what they wanted from the person financially. This could be coming, or this is something you already went through. Clarify the King of Pentacles and a Hierophant. 8 of Wands. The Hermit. Clarify the Justice and the 2 of Cups. 5 of Wands. Yeah, they fought for what they wanted. They were manipulative. So this is what happened. In the beginning of the relationship was so much energy, so much enthusiasm, so much excitement, so much sex, and da-da-da. This is like love bombing someone. This could be in your career or in a love situation. Somebody was love bombed because they had the bag, or they had these skills. They were told what they needed to hear to keep them working hard, or to keep them in a relationship, to keep them investing in it. But then when they got what they wanted, they kind of switched up with the Hermit. It's like a love bombing to discard. They were manipulative. They had other goals or plans here. 3 of Wands. This was an opportunity for them. So someone is a victim of an opportunist, or someone is an opportunist here. Clap for the Ace of Cups and the 6 of Swords. The 7 of Swords might be here. The 8 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. King of Cups, which is the opposite of the Taurus card. Tower. King of Swords. This was facilitated by you, or the cross watcher did this to you guys. The 7 of Swords is somewhere here. It is here. It's here. Someone manipulated the F out of a situation to get what they wanted out of this Scorpio person, a water sign, or an earth sign. They're very manipulative. It could even be a Libra. They told this person what they wanted to say. I mentioned the Tower earlier. The Tower was facilitated by this person. It's like you go from, I love you, I want to be with you forever, to like just cutting them off cold. Love bombing. The King of Cups to the King of Swords. That's why I couldn't get it, because the plan was obscure from the beginning. So initially it looked like I'm investing in you. It looked like we want to do this together. It looked like we have plans. It looked like, I believe in you. It looked like you're an asset. It looked one way, but that was for the okie doke. That was to sort of engender some sort of trust, to run this play on the person, to get them to invest more, or to invest, like to be more, to work harder, or to contribute more, or to share their ideas, or to spend more money. That's what the initial play was. And you're thinking this person is an asset. You're investing in them, but they're liability. So now you're sitting here smug with your money. You got it made. You're married. You're stable. and now you're trying to like make moves, but then you realize this person was just manipulating you the whole time. Five of Wands and a Magician. The Seven of Swords is here. That's what's missing. The Five of Swords and the Eight. Someone does not want to believe it. That's the problem. That's why the Seven of Swords is not showing up, because they don't want to believe that they were lied to. This was a sort of long con that somebody's trying to pull or run on this person. A long con. This was always the goal. We got the 8 to the Ace. That's 9 of Cups. Self-indulgence. Selfish desires. Me first. And the 10 of Pentacles is here just for the money. They got the money. But then we got the Tower card, the Justice, and the Hermit card. There could still be an arbitration or some sort of divorce proceeding. Someone is receiving notice of a divorce. It's not finalized yet. This is coming out of nowhere. Once this is over, they'll see the Seven of Swords out of the situation. It's like once or during the divorce proceedings, they'll see that they were played the whole time. This is like the initial shock of finding out that your person is cheating on you, or they want to leave, and you don't understand why. It came out of nowhere. But this was always the plan. That was always the plan. What's going to be the outcome of this situation? What's the outcome here? Whether it's going to reconcile, or they're going to reconcile, or they're going to split up. What's the outcome of the situation between these people? The Lover's card. 10 of Wands. I'm getting the 7 of Swords is here, yo. Lovers and a 10 of Wands. This person is baggage. They want a lot. Gemini energy. They're asking for a lot. Clarify the Lover's card and 10 of Wands. They're asking for a lot. And that could hold up the divorce proceedings. Clarify the Lovers and a 10 of Wands, please. How is this a burden? Someone's in love and the other person is not. Page of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. 10 and 9. This is going to be a long, but I think once the Taurus person or whoever this person is, once the person with the money realizes that they were preyed upon, then they'll see the 7 of Swords. They don't see it yet. They feel like something is off. They're trying to get their person back. What can I do to fix this? They don't understand the whole plan in the beginning was to like, okay, I'll give an example how this could play out, right? A couple meets. A man with a lot of money meets a woman. The woman is beautiful. The man is very, he's a very shrewd businessman. And he says, I need you to sign a prenup before we get married. They signed a prenup. She's like, sure, we'll sign a prenup. I'm fine. 3 years later, the wife complains about not being happy about something. At this point, the man is deeply in love with her and he doesn't want to lose her. So she's like, if you really love me, you would change that prenup. I feel like I don't feel safe in this relationship. I need more security, whatever the case may be. And so she kind of throws a hissy fit with the intention of manipulating him into changing that financial agreement so that when she does walk away, she gets more money out of the deal. He doesn't see that yet. He's going to try to fight for her to come back. He's going to try to win her over. She's never happy. Or she's always like, I don't know. She doesn't seem to be happy with him. There's always an issue where it's not. They break up a lot. There's a lot of arguments between them. And it's not because he's not doing the right thing. It's because she's trying to manipulate him into giving her more. Because she has a plan already, an exit plan. Top of the Page of Pentacles and 9 of Wands for the outcome. There's already a plan here. The Death card. Yes. There's already a plan to leave this relationship. But she wants to leave, or he wants to leave with more money. The Moon card. Deception. He don't see it yet. The 7 of Swords is here. He don't see it yet. He won't see it until this is all over. And it's going to be like, oh my God. What the F happened? That's crazy. Spirit guides, what's going on with the finance amusement? You have natural talents to share with the world. It's time to make money from them just while having a good time being you. Okay. It's time to make money from them while having a good time just being you. One more, please. She's doing this for, or they're doing this for their amusement. This is a really cruel person. I didn't get it initially. I'm thinking, okay, this person's a good investment. There's stability here. But you go from the King of Swords to the Knight of Cups. You go from the Lovers to the Ten of Wands. You want more. What more do you want from me? I wanted more money in a divorce settlement. I need more security. I'm like accusing you of cheating so they can get more out of the relationship. Guidance. Your angels and spirit guides have your back. They're doing the work in the background to make way for your opportunities to come. Stay optimistic. She's speaking to a divorce lawyer, speaking to parents. This is a long con. It sounds negative, but I don't like the Two of Cups to the Ace. The Ten of Cups is down here. This is not like a blissful, happy relationship. This is a marriage of convenience. I love you because of what you do for me. And it's at this initial stage of like, an initial attraction. But they're not. There's no emotional attachment here. There's no leverage. The person with the money doesn't have the leverage here. They have the financial leverage, but the manipulator has the emotional leverage because they don't care as much as this person. So their job is like con the person to believe that they love them. This could be somebody getting married for their green card or married for money. It's not what they think, and they don't see it yet. This person is blinded by either lust or passion or nice words, hot and cold behavior. It's almost like the person is keeping you in a state of confusion on purpose so they can run this play. You never know what the issue is. You keep trying to please them and make them happy. There's always a problem. And as you try to keep them happy, they're chipping away at your self-esteem and also your money. You're spending more. It's almost like Kim Zolciak and Croy Bierman. That kind of situation where it's like, if you let me spend money, if you don't give me the freedom to do what I want to do, I'm going to keep complaining and you have to bend over and acquiesce. It's like something like that. A very manipulative, viper, spider-like energy. I'm being compelled to get a card from this deck. What is going on with this deck? With this group? Why is this happening to them? What's happening here? Abandoned, left out, walked away cold. Right. This is what's going to happen or what has happened recently. And if you don't understand why this has happened, this is why. If you were involved with someone who was all about you, who loved you, whatever, and you were making them happy, and they left you for no reason, this is why. They were never really committed to you like that. They always had a plan to leave. You just didn't know about it. Shocking. Right. Turmoil, trouble, unexpected. This is the Tower card. You couldn't see it coming because it was a sneaky plan. Somebody got married for a green card or they got married for some sort of financial benefit and they played a long con game. It's a long con. More information, please. And then I bet you the makeup card may come out. It might not. We'll see. Clarity, truth, intentions, honesty, ecstasy, chasing thrills, excitement, good time, peace, balance, harmony, friendship, bluff, pretending, mask, exaggeration. That's what this is sort of the foundation of the whole relationship. So if they, confess, oh, the reason why I'm so upset is because, I feel like you don't love me, and you think that you're having clear, honest conversations with them, that's not true. These are false confessions, or like ways of manipulating you to thinking that you can trust them with the sole purpose of extracting more from you. The sex is amazing, and it's like you try to keep the peace by giving them whatever they want, but the whole time they're wearing a mask. The entire time they're exaggerating their feelings for you. They think that you think it's a 10 of cups. It's actually the 2 of cups. There's a transactional relationship here. There's no commitment, really. And you're wondering why she's flipping or he's flipping or why it's so hot and cold or why they're not consistent. It's because they're not with you for the reasons that you think. Conflict, clashing, differences, incompatibility. Then we have longing, craving, aching, wanting. This is like the narcissistic abuse cycle to love bomb you with the clarity, I miss you so much, I love you, ecstasy, then peace for a couple of weeks, and then it's drama after that to make you feel bad for not giving it to what they want, which is usually more money and or more control. So as somebody may have changed their prenuptial agreement to make this person feel more secure, but this is a long con. This is actually quite unfortunate. Spirit guides, what's going on? What's here? Bounce, gratitude, be happy, grateful, great attitude. Life can't keep you down. Bounce back. Have you gone through this already? Or are you going to go through this? Are they going to bounce? More information, please, for Space Ranger, hero, stand-up dude, a shoulder to lean on, trustworthy, loyal friend, helper, fair and kind, green flag. This could be you, a really good person, and that's why you are being lied to. Yellow, caution. Eyes are watching, issues, not what it appears from the outside. It's like you have to, this person is so good at what they do, you really have to be discerning and look through the layers and do your research. Because the initial impression of this person that they're very caring and loving and kind, and they're generous and they're attentive, and you're like, wow, this is a great person. And you have to really dig beneath the layers to find this here. This is not what you think it is. You're renting this person. This person has they don't, It's reverse. Chat, open communication with a friend or family member. Chat openly. Incoming messages, social media, text messages, phone calls, messages. They may have cut off communication. They may cut off communication frequently to make you feel bad or manipulate you into reaching out to them or giving them what they want. So this is like silent treatment. If you say no, we don't have the money, or I'm not spending money on you, whatever, they won't talk to you. They'll cut you off. And they can do that easily because they're not really invested in this emotionally. They want the money. This is a really nasty person. One more card, please. You got to speak to your friends about this. Ask your friends, relatives, advisors, therapists, counselors, mother, father, whatever, for advice, because you can't trust this person. No way. Spoon, party, celebration, food and drink. Feed your body well, health and abundance, feeding your soul, food for thought, okay? Rain, cleansing, look at the bright side, silver lining, tears that heal, healing going within, soul searching, growth potential, washes away what was. At some point, you're going to find out what's happening here, or you're in the midst or process of finding out what this is. But you won't know until maybe a couple years later that this was a long con, or you won't know until the divorce proceedings that are coming with the Tower card and the Ten of Wands and the Death card. They're coming. The Six of Swords and the Ten of Swords is already here, but you've tried to maintain the peace by acquiescing and accommodating them and giving them what they want. But the Ten of Swords is already here, but you don't want to see it. And the Seven of Swords is also here that you don't want to see. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. We got are there any more swords here? The King of Swords is here. We got the 6 and the 4. That's the 10. The 10 is here. 6 and the 4 is also the 2. In this deck, it's like somebody being blinded. The 5 of Wands is here. The 2 of Cups is here. Did the devil want to be here? Hold on. 18, 21. Sorry, 31. 40, 45, 56, 57. 57 plus 16, 73. Plus 6 is 84. That's number 5. 84, sorry, 12, 3. That's the Empress. Somebody's coming after your money. This is a wife. I don't know what to tell you. This woman, whoever this is a very attractive woman or man. So they can get away with it, but you won't know until later. If this is you, that the person that you were involved with had no intentions of staying with you long term. This is always a con, and that's why they were so hot and cold with you. They were so manipulative and so inconsistent, because they are trying to like wear you down and make you feel guilty enough to like acquiesce and accommodate them and give them everything they want, which was always the plan. So they pretended to be, you know, submissive in the beginning. Oh yeah, I'm okay with a prenup. That's fine. Your money is your money. I love you. I want what's best for both of us. And then over the years, you know, the person plays these games, and at some point it'll come out that they want to change the prenup, and they're mad because they don't feel secure in a relationship and you don't trust them, and they're thinking about their security and are you cheating on them? Blah, blah, blah. If you're not cheating on me, then you need to change the divorce clause so that I can get money out of the divorce. Because if you're not cheating, then you won't be worried about the divorce clause. You won't be worried about the infidelity clause in the prenup. So if you're not going to cheat on me, then you shouldn't worry about me getting paid money if you cheat on me, or in the divorce. So they're going to try to change the language of the divorce to make it so that this person gets paid for the amount of years they were married or something like that. Before it wasn't like that. It was like one lump sum payment. So if you really love me, you want to change the divorce to make me feel more secure. I've done this for you. I've done that for you. And it's like something like that. And the person who has the money is in love with this woman now. He needs her. She needs him. And so they'll do anything to make them happy. But that was part of the long con. Ooh, nasty work. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I look forward to reading your feedback. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.